afternoon, learners. I am Dr. Subodh Kesharwani, a faculty in School of Management Studies, Indira Gandhi National Open University. Welcome you all on behalf of myself and School of Management Studies. The topic which we are going to present today is pricing of a new product. This pricing of new product is part of the course MCO6 Marketing Management, which is for the student who are pursuing their MCOMs. Before going into the depth of the topic, I would like to take one example. A had a surplus of market X. B is deficit in product X. What the market is doing, putting A and B into together. If we go into the depth of this thing, where A is a manufacturer and B is a customer. Manufacturer used to quote the price to sell his product, and how to quote this price and float their product in the market, they need some strategy. Our presentation today is based on this pricing strategy. We have with us Professor N.V. Narasimham. He is a senior most faculty and a director of our School of Management Studies. His area of interest is marketing management. Now I will invite Professor N.V. Narasimham to share his views on this topic.
Thank you, Subodh. You have given a very nice introduction to the whole concept of pricing. When we think about price, what is price basically? As a consumer, we all know when we buy a product, we pay some price in exchange of the product. So the price paid in exchange of the product is the price. So who decides this price? So in marketing management, it is the company which is producing the product. It decides the price. And particularly the price is a very, very important decision in the marketing management. You know, in marketing we call 4 P's of marketing, which are called marketing mix. So what are the 4 P's? Product, price, promotion and physical distribution. These are the 4 P's. So price is one of the 4 P's. So when we decide about the marketing mix strategies, basically pricing strategy is one of the most important strategy. Among the 4 P's, if you critically examine them, remaining 3 P's incur expenditure. To develop a product, we have to spend money. Physical distribution also, it is expenditure. Similarly, promotion also expenditure. It is only the price which generates revenue. So that is one important point about pricing. And another point is all the other P's, 3 P's, they are not as flexible as pricing. You can change the price with a very short notice. Immediately you can change the price, implement. But you cannot change the product so quickly, because to change a product, you have to design the product and also you have to establish the production facilities. Similarly, physical distribution also, you can't change the distribution channel overnight. And promotion also, it takes time. Whereas price, you can implement the changes faster. So pricing strategy is more flexible and it can be changed according to the market requirements and market conditions very fast. So in pricing, actually there are certain common mistakes. When we decide about the price, general mistakes committed by the marketers are listed. You look at the chart. Sometimes it is too much cost orientation. So more focus on how much we are spending and how much we should recover and what is our profit margin. So marketers focus more on the cost orientation and ignores competition. Very important factor. If you focus more on your costs, you are ignoring the competition and consumer preferences and also market conditions. Sometimes your costs are very high, you are producing a product which is not liked by the consumers. So if you put a very high price to the product based on the cost, maybe there is no demand. Similarly, competitors may be producing a better product at a lower price. So here you cannot ignore the competitor. Like that, once you focus more on the cost aspect, you are ignoring the other aspects. Similarly, there is no revision according to the changing market conditions. Normally, once you fix the price for your product, you have to be very dynamic. You have to see what is happening in the market, what the competitors are doing. So, if competitors reduce the price, you have to respond to that. Whether you reduce the price or increase the quality or quantity of the product. So, if there is a response from the competitors to reduce the price or increase the price or improve the quality, you have to respond to what is happening in the market. So, one should be very much careful about the market conditions. This is where sometimes marketers neglect that aspect. And while pricing, marketers sometimes there is a tendency to ignore or to give less weightage to other three pieces of the market. When you are pricing, you have to take into account the product quality and how it is comparable to the competitor's price. Similarly, you have to, for instance, if it is a poor product and you fix a very high price, you won't be able to sell. Similarly, you decide a very low price, but there is no publicity promotion about that price. So people don't know about the price and they may not be able to decide to buy the product. Similarly, you fix a very low price, but it is not available in the market. Maybe you have in the whole Delhi, maybe you have 1 or 2 stores in the remote places. So how people can go and buy? So what happens when your pricing strategy should be always take into account the product, promotion and also distribution. Remaining 3 P's also to be taken into account while you are taking the pricing decisions, and that is where sometimes marketers give less weightage to other aspects. That is another mistake committed by the marketers. And fourth one, these are the general mistakes. These are the points which one has to be very careful. The fourth mistake is the price is not varied according to the product items, market segments, purchase occasions, etc. So this is also important factor. You introduce a product. For instance, you have a Maruti 800 model. So in that you have a standard model and AC model. When you are pricing standard model and AC model, it should be a very comparable price. So if you fix AC model very high compared with a standard model, people don't buy the AC model. So that is where how you fix the price for different variations, different product items within that product group is also very important, and how you charge the price to different market segments, high income segment, low income segment. You have to be strategy how you charge the price to different segments, and also similar purchase occasions. For instance, if somebody buying more, whether you give discount or not. So you should encourage more quantity of purchase. So these are some of the factors which you have to keep in mind. If the product is seasonal, you should have a price strategy to take care of the seasonal variations in the demand. So these are some of the aspects which are neglected by the marketers. While coming to the new product pricing, there are basic 3 steps. These are the basic points. One is setting the basic price of the product. This is the first step, to set the basic price. You have to decide the basic price of the product, and next step is the adjust this price over time and space. So once you set the basic price, the next step is you have to decide whether you charge the same price throughout the country or you change the price in different locations. For instance, your factory is in Delhi, whether you change the price all over the country same price or you change depending on the transportation costs and other costs which vary based on the distance. So these are the things you have to decide, adjust the price. Similarly, seasonal variations you have to bring in, and you have to adjust the price within the channel also. What is the commission paid to the distributor, what is the commission given to the wholesaler, what is the margin for the retailer. So you have to incorporate these margins for the marketing middle. So this is the next level. Once the basic price is there, then you have to adjust the price according to the regions, according to the locations, to the intermediaries in the channel, like that. That is where we solve our time and space. And then the third aspect is, once you have a price, you adjusted the price, now the price completely formulated, and then you have to be very alert. What is happening in the market, you should be aware of the developments in the market. If the competitors are changing the price, you have to respond to the changes undertaken by the competitors. So basically these are the three aspects, and putting these three aspects, then we can derive at the 5 steps in the new product price.
Sir, I would like to interrupt. In the previous discussion, like previously you have told that pricing strategy take into consideration product, promotion and distribution. If the manufacturer is having one product and he is coming with multi-products, so could they have a pricing strategy different for the product?
That is where actually you have to take into account what is the policy of the company. That is where we discuss this aspect later. Company policy is also very important. Whether the company is projecting itself as a very quality producer. So if you are projecting yourself, keeping an image of a quality producer, you should not fix the price very low, which may give the impression it is a good product.
Yes.
So like that, company policy is also very important, and what is the position in the market, how the company is positioned in the market. Is it positioned as a very quality producer, as a mass producer? For instance, you take the film industry. Right. So Shyam Benegal is seen as a very producer of very art movies.
He's not a commercial director, right?
Yes. And if you see other films like Tippy and they produce mass movies.
Right.
So if Tippy produces a very art film and Shyam Benegal produces a very mass movie, people, when they go to the movie, they have an expectation. Shyam Benegal produces art movie.
Right.
When he produces a mass movie, they may not appreciate that. So that way, same way, in the companies also, the image and the policy of the company is very good. So, as I have said, there are the basic 3 stages in the price setting, and this can be divided precisely into 5 major steps. One is steps in the setting new product price. One is set the pricing objective. So company has to decide what is the basic objective in your price formation. Is it the profit orientation? Is it the sales orientation? You want to face the competition? What is your basic objective in deciding about the price? So if it is a competition oriented pricing, you have to see what is the price charged by the others and how you face that competition. If it is profit oriented, you have to see how much profit, how to get the maximum profit in the price. So you have to first decide about the objective. Through price, what is the objective you want to achieve, whether it is profit, whether it is sales, whether it is competition. So first you have to set the pricing objective and then select appropriate pricing method. So once you have a objective, then select the suitable method of pricing. So while selecting the suitable method of pricing, you have to take into account demand, cost, competition and all these factors. This is the second step. And third step is then they decide the basic price. So once the basic price is decided, as I have said earlier, adjust the price, geographical considerations, seasonal considerations, channel considerations, and all these things you have to take into account and decide the price. How price is changed from one location to another location, how price is changed or not changed during off-season and peak season. Similarly, what should be the margin and price at different levels in the marketing channel, from producer, middlemen, distributors, wholesalers, retailers, agents, whoever may be there, and you have to decide about the price at each level and finally respond to the strategies of the competitors. When the competitors change the price, there are three conditions. One is increase the price. When they increase the price, whether you increase the price, they decrease the price, whether you decrease the price, or no change in the price. These are the three conditions, and one can adopt appropriate strategy depending on the nature of your product and the company policies. You can also adopt the appropriate strategy. See, coming to the first point of new product pricing objectives. So here basically there are three objectives. One is profit oriented objectives, second one is sales oriented objectives, third one is competition oriented objectives. These are the three basic objectives, and first you have to be very careful about what is your basic objective. Is it profit oriented objective, or are you focusing on the sales volume? It is sales oriented objective, you want to achieve maximum sales, or is the market is very competitive and so competition is the basic factor, basic objective. So these are the three objectives, and within the objectives there are specific approaches. First one is profit maximization. The main objective of the company in this is to earn as much as profit possible, to earn the maximum profit possible from the market. So what you do here, you have to fix the maximum price, highest price possible. So how to fix the maximum price? How you decide about the maximum price? What one has to do is, you know the simple law of demand. Higher the price, lower the sales, or higher the sales, lower the price. So demand and price, they are opposite. If you have a very high price, demand would be lower. If you have a very low price, demand would be higher. Higher the price, lower the demand. That is the inverse relationship between the quantum of demand and the price. So if you maximize the price, it means you are fixing a very high price. So high price means low volume of sales. So here the marketer has to see the relationship between the demand and cost. So you estimate the demand at different prices. According to the law of demand, you can estimate what would be the demand. If I fix the price as 100 rupees, what is the demand? If I fix the price at 90 rupees, what is the demand? Like that you estimate the demand at different prices, and then you estimate the cost, total cost at each level. to produce that quantity. And then you fix the price which gives the maximum profit. So once you estimate the demand and the cost at different levels, and you fix the price at which the company get the maximum price. So maximum profit. So your basic attempt is to get the maximum profit. Similarly, within the profit oriented objective, there is another approach is achieve desired return on investment. So one is profit maximization, another one is you want to achieve maybe 30% profit or 50% profit, like that. So you have a desired level. I have spent 100 crores on this product. So now I have to get within 1 year 50 crores. So like that you decide about what is the profit you expect to achieve within 1 year or 2 years, whatever it may be, and accordingly you estimate the cost and add profit to it. So you estimate what would be the sales during this period, and what is the profit I have to earn, what is the cost. You add the profit to the cost and then decide the unit price. So this is to achieve a desired return on investment. So this happens in the case when you have invested so much money on research, and you want to recover that money within a short period before anybody copy the product and come into the market. You want to take back that money. So in that case, whatever you have invested in on the research, that you want to recover. So your pricing strategy is to recover that expenditure in terms of profit, so that your expenditure on R&D is covered very fast. So this profit oriented objective is not possible in every situation. So for instance, this desired return on investment strategy you can see adopted by the wholesalers and retailers. Normally retailers, what they do, when they get the price from the wholesaler, they know what price they are getting. They add 10% or 15% profit margin, fixed profit margin, and they sell. This is so with the retailers also. But when you go to the industrial products, sometimes it is not possible to achieve the desired profit. Profit oriented objective is suitable in the case the customers are not very conscious about the price. If they are not very much bothered about the price, so no problem, whatever price you charge, they are ready to buy a product. They are very conscious of the quality, and they are the people who feel they are at the higher end of the market. So they are very conscious of the quality, they are very conscious of the status, and so they buy the product at any price. For instance, Mercedes car and BMW. So these are the brands now where people are ready to pay any price. There the cost is not the main factor, it is the status symbol. So in such products it is possible to go for a profit oriented objective. Similarly, a medicine for maybe cancer, a vaccine for AIDS. If somebody invent a vaccine for AIDS which is not available in the market, so they can collect any price because the demand is such that. So this strategy is suitable in certain situations where I have explained. When there is no competition, there is no product, it is an innovative product, and the customers are such that they are very status conscious and quality conscious, they are not bothered about the price, then this profit oriented objective would do. Coming to the next type of objective, that is sales oriented objective. So in the case of sales oriented objective, your main aim is to achieve the maximum sales. So here also desired sales volume. You want to achieve a certain quantity of sales. So for that purpose you will examine what is the price to achieve that sales. You can estimate as per the break-even point analysis, one can use it. Also as per the demand analysis, you can estimate what would be the sales volume at the different price levels. And whatever sales volume you want to achieve, you fix that price. So you fix the price according to the volumes of sale you want to achieve. Another one is desired market share. Sales volume is in absolute terms. Desired market share, if there are 5 producers in the market, how much share you want to capture? You want to be the major share? You want to capture the major share, or what is the share you want to capture? Then you have to see what is the share of other sellers, other producers, and what is their price, and depending on the price, how they are sharing, they are having the share, and then what should be your price to capture a desired level of share. So here the main focus is on sales volume, and whether it is in terms of the market share or in terms of the absolute sales volume, your target is to achieve maximum sales.
So in the case of the sales volume, sometimes they have to cut off the price also to remain in the market. What you have said, there are 5 players in the market, but since they have cut off their prices, they have make it very low to the customer. The price is very less, so the customer extract and they will get a very good market.
Yes. See, in the sales volume oriented objective, price, cost is not a very major factor.
Right.
Your focus is on the price, which will give you the maximum sales. Sometimes this price may be less than the cost. So the main approach is, in the long term, you achieve the profits.
The very good example is the Reliance.
Yes.
Once they have entered in the telecom market, there were some few players, Airtel, BSNL or MTNL. But when they have entered in this market, they have come up with the schemes like free Reliance scheme. So initially they have started to extract customers and have a very good market.
Yeah, true.
And later on they have a very big market share as compared to their rivals.
Even now also they have introduced for 500.
Right.
You get the handset and.
Yes. So that is that type of scheme, because their motive is to extract the customers and more emphasis on the sales. So in that case they will cut the price also.
In the short term, but once they have a large volumes, the profits are covered. So this is possible, as we have rightly observed. In the short term, immediately there may be a loss. Once you attract the customers, your sales volume increase so much, and production costs also come down. There is always economies of scale.
Right.
If you produce more, the cost of production is less. Similarly, if you distribute more, the distribution expenditure also is less. Marketing
even they used to apply some marketing strategy to abolish their rivals. Like Kellogg's. If you have heard this, Kellogg's they make this cornflakes type. Initially we have some small players, Mohans and all, but once they have entered in this market, first they have started distributing to the school children free of cost, so that they have a taste of it. Same thing the Maggi had done in the beginning. When Nestle have started this product, they have floated this product free to the school children, and once they acquaint with the product, they are familiar with the product, they started charging for it, and now they have got a monopoly in this product.
Similarly, you see the cool drinks market, soft drinks market in India. Earlier there were so many local brands, Squashes and Streetwallas, they used to sell. Now with the Pepsi and Coke in the market, they have killed all the small brands. So initially, once you kill all the small brands, the market share of those brands also come to you.
What these players are doing, they used to make the habits. And once they generate the habits, you are used to with the product, you are acquainted with that, they start charging for it.
So similarly, you see the cell phone. Cell phone is now more popular than the landline.
Right.
So new connections more in the cell phones, not in the landline.
Right.
So the market also shifting.
Even sir, they have started this new thing, short messaging services, SMS. Initially we used to, we are not giving more emphasis to these SMS services, but now we are very much used to it and we are paying for it. Nobody was saying once they have started this thing that who is going to pay for this SMS and all, but now everybody is paying for the SMS. So this is basically a marketing strategy and the thing they are charging. They have created the product, they have made their own status and then they are charging the...
Yes. So here long-term strategy is very important. There is the immediate profit or loss. So you are earning profits in the long term, and that is a very sustainable. So this is possible when you have a very large plant. For instance, what Reliance did in the case of polyester filament. So all the other small players disappeared from the market.
Previously they have
From
Bombay
the
Dyeing
market.
and other players.
Yes, yes. So when there is a large plant, you can produce in the large scale. If your volume increases, you have a capacity to produce that much volume. Similarly, with the increase in the production volume, prices can come down. If there is a possibility by producing more, if the prices can come down, cost of production can come down, then you can go for volume oriented pricing strategy, so that your cost of production also come down and long term you will get the profits. Similarly, market share also increases. With the increase of the market share also, you can earn the profits in the long term. So coming to the third aspect is the competition oriented objectives. Here there are basically two situations. One is survival. So you are already in the market and you just want to survive in the market, because this problem comes when there is a overcapacity. 2-3 years back, steel companies were facing the same problem. There is overcapacity and less demand, and they were all incurring losses. But to survive in the market, they have to produce and sell in the market. When the pricing is, they just cover the variable costs, and if a part of fixed costs covered in that, and it is as good as earning a profit. Otherwise, if they shut down, they have to incur losses on the fixed costs also. Similarly, when there is a very intensive competition, there are too many players in the market, then you have to survive, and there your pricing strategy is basically to survive. What should be the price? To be in the market. Similarly, consumer tastes also changing, then you have to survive in the market. For instance, MTNL, you take the case of MTNL. Consumer tastes preferences are more towards the mobile services. Now the MTNL to be in the market, in the landline.
Yes.
So they are also competitively reducing the prices as per the mobile operators. So they have to offer additional services like broadband and all these services. So they are also introducing messaging services.
Yes.
So when you are in the market and the consumer tastes are changing, and to survive in the market, you have to change the pricing strategy also. So similarly, prevent competition. So as far as the competition oriented pricing strategies are concerned, these are the two approaches. To prevent the competition, then your price should be very low. So these are the basic objectives of pricing. Once you have objectives, you have to determine the appropriate pricing method. When you determine the pricing method, basically there are few aspects which a marketer has to take into account. These are the factors influencing price determination. When you determine the price, so you have to take into account value of the product. So value of the product as seen by the consumer. If consumer perceives this as a very quality product, yes, you can fix high price. If they consider it is a very poor product, you cannot fix the high price. So how the consumer view this product? Similarly, product costs, very important factor. You cannot sell less than the cost price for a long term. So costs also very important. You have to take into account competition, what the competitors are doing, So if there are lot many competitors, if they are selling at a low price, you cannot sell at a high price similar product unless your product is substantially or in several respects it is a better product, then you can charge high. So competition is also very important, and similarly company policies, as Subodh you have raised that issue. So what is the image of the company? It is also very important. If you are creating a brand equity of a quality image, then you have to maintain the quality product and price also.
Like
So
you have given the example of Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Right.
Similarly, government regulations, you know, in the drugs and other products, government regulate the prices. So you have to take into account government regulations also. These are the various aspects which are to be kept in mind while deciding the price. So as far as the new product pricing is concerned, there are two basic pricing strategies. So these are the market penetration pricing and market skimming pricing. So you look at the chart, market penetration pricing and market skimming pricing. In the case of market penetration, this is basically once you have a sales volume oriented objective.
Right.
So your objective is sales volume oriented objective, then you go for the market penetration pricing. What is penetration? You want to get into the market, you want to attract more customers, you want to achieve more sales. For that purpose, you fix a very low price so that you attract more customers, means more sales.
Even sir, like what they used to do, they have a concept of sales promotion. Like if you go into the market to buy a toothpaste, you get a toothbrush free.
Yes.
Or 1+1 scheme. So this is something like that.
Yes.
It's market penetration to float their product into the market.
So in the market penetration strategy, you fix the price very low price, and then you get the concentrate on sales volume. So as I have said earlier, sales volume oriented are to achieve the maximum market share. So for that purpose you pick the penetration pricing strategy. Similarly, market skimming pricing. What is market skimming? The term skimming, you extract as much as from the market. So whatever is possible, you extract from the, you skim the market, you skim the creamy layers in the market. So in this strategy, you fix a very high price where you have a huge profits. So this is basically profit oriented objective. So if you have set a profit oriented objective, depending on the situation, and then you can go for the market skimming pricing strategies. So market skimming means you fix a very high price and then you take the maximum profits from the market within a short period. As I have said earlier, when you have spent lot of money on the R&D, you want to recover that expenditure on R&D before competitors come into the...
So in the case of this marketing scheming, customer won't have a choice. The manufacturer have got the
Yes.
monopoly, and whatever the choice available, it's the only one or two, it's very limited.
Very
so
limited.
Customer used to charge, means pay a heavy amount for the, they used to pay the premium for the product.
Yes, that is true.
Okay.
So this is possible when there is not much competition,
Right.
and the product is something new and something unique, and there is no choice for the customers. So when this market penetration pricing is suitable, useful, you look at the chart. Please show the chart. So when market is highly price sensitive, so what is price sensitivity? In demand, we say for unit increase in the price, the decrease in the sales is more than proportionate. So with 1 rupee decrease in the price, sales volume increases more proportionately. So if you decrease the price, sales increase in the sales is more than what you have decreased in the price. So if that is the case, if you reduce the price little bit, sales increase much more. So this is what, if that is the case, and this market penetration strategy works. Similarly, low price stimulates market growth. So low price means more consumers come into the market, market also expands and the sales also expand. If that is the case, yes, go for the low price. That is what is happening in the cellular phones,
Yes.
mobile phones.
It's now everybody cup of tea.
Yes,
Like
incoming free. Many people bought, and
Yes.
even Sabjiwala also have a phone. Incoming is activated.
You have to pay 700 and you will get the lifetime free
Incoming
facility.
free.
Yeah, lifetime incoming free.
So similarly, production and distribution costs also come down with the increase in the sales. So once you have a low price, penetration price, and the sales volume increases, with the increase in the volume, cost of production come down. In such industries, this strategy is useful. Similarly, low cost achievable on large scales. This is one and the same. And the next slide also you see a strong threat of potential competition. You please show the charts. There is a strong threat of potential competition. So if the price is very high, profits are huge, there is a threat of competition. So to avoid competition also, you fix a low price and you focus on the market, and the competitors are not attracted because profits are not very high. Similarly, low price discourages potential competition. That is one and the same. And absence of a segment that will accept high price. So for this particular product, there is nobody who is willing to pay high price. Then you don't have option except to charge a very low price. So coming to the market skimming strategy, this is also this is suitable in certain conditions. It is like sufficient number of buyers. So you fix a very high price and you assume that there are sufficient number of buyers to buy at that price. You fix it 1,000 rupees for a unit, and if there are no buyer to buy that, what is the point? You cannot sell anything. There should be sufficient number of buyers at that high price. So there are sufficient number of buyers, whatever price you have decided. Unit costs are not high to produce small volume. So the cost of production should not be very high. When we produce more, the cost of production come down, economies of scale. Similarly, when you produce very small, cost of production also should not be too high. Similarly, high initial price does not attract competitors. As we said, if the profits are too high, and many competitors may jump into the market, that also should be taken care. And product should be meant for elite class. As I said, they are not very price conscious, they are very quality conscious. And high price creates image of a superior product. If the high price create a quality image, then you go for the skimming, and that is possible. And demand inelastic. With increase in the price, demand is not coming down drastically. So then the skimming price is suitable, and very little risk of competition. So these are the conditions under which this market skimming strategy works. I think these are the broadly various stages in the price determination for the new product, and these are the two strategies basically discussed about pricing of a new product.
It was a very good discussion on the pricing strategy, and I hope learners have learnt a lot. Thank you, Professor Narasimham. Thank you.
Thank you very much.